All right, hey everybody, welcome to Hops Metal Show. It's Hopper.
String.
Hartman.
We're here today to do sophomore albums. We didn't really have any. I didn't have any certain way to pick this. I kind of just went by the ones I picked. I thought were better than the first album, which that'll help me out a lot because there's tons of sophomore albums that I love, but I had to have some way to organize them. So I guess my first pick was Def Leppard, High and Dry. There you go, Spike.
You're welcome.
Def Leppard.
Motherfucking Spike.
This album's great. I mean, produced by Matt Lunge. Come out July 11th, 1981. It's got another hit and run. High and Dry, Saturday Night, which I think is what, Filthy 15 song? Is that the Filthy 15 song that they had off this?
Might be.
Or something off that one.
And then, Draven all time played Switch, 625.
I feel like that one, yeah.
And Bring It On to Heartbreak. Probably one of, that's an early ballad there.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the first ballads. But yeah, number 5 for me is Def Leppard, High and Dry.
All right, and once again, my stuff is no order. And when I did my picks, I just picked albums that I just really enjoyed. It was their second album. I didn't necessarily think didn't really want to pick something I liked better than the first one because there's a lot of them that I equally enjoy. There's a lot of them I equally enjoy. So, yeah. So that I couldn't go that route. So anyway, but my number 1 or number 5 or however you want to look at it. Great radio controversy, Tesla. There's all kinds of great songs on here. They released 3 or 4 songs off of here.
Yeah, Heaven's Trail.
Yeah, Love Song, Heaven's Trail, Hang Tough, and The Way It Is. So and there's way more on here than just those songs. That's for sure. I used to listen to the shit out of this song. I had it on tape. I don't know. I probably wore that tape out in no time. I remember listening to that one on the bus a lot. But damn great album. We've seen these guys.
Oh, they're incredible live.
They still.
I think
Jeff's voice is a little bit more annoying. He's we find out the cocaine nose got him.
Yeah, they said he's got a Cartman voice now.
He's a little kind of getting to the annoying side, but they still put out a good show, and I enjoyed it.
I didn't. I hear a little bit of Cartman, but it ain't quite that extreme.
It's getting there. A couple more years, and it's probably gonna get way worse. But anyway.
But you remember, man, they used to play the video for it was the one that had No Machines tattooed on that person's back. Was that Heaven's Trail? Had that slide guitar at the beginning. Golly, MTV played the hell out of that video.
Yeah, they did.
They played a lot of stuff though.
Mine, Strive for 5 coming in. Kiss, Harder Than Hell. Imagine that.
I knew they had to be in there.
The second album was raw and just kick in your face. This has got classics we have right now, and we're soon to be Got to Choose, Parasite, Going Blind, Hotter Than Hell, Let Me Go, Rock and Roll, Watching You, Coming Home, Strange Ways. Not a bad song to be found on this band's second album. This was a raw sounding, just rock and roll band in your face when they came out. This was the follow-up to the first one, which was really good. But this
first one is really
this
good.
Is a punch in the face too. Hotter Than Hell. That's mine right there.
They're kind of
real band.
I kind of put them along. I was thinking about Tesla. He was talking about Tesla. Man, their first 4 albums slam. Just
certainly.
And I think the same thing. Kiss. Their Kiss first 4 albums. A lot of bands are like that. Metallica, just their first 4 albums slam. Rat but you can name I guess
there's
bands.
bands.
Look at Kiss's era they came out. When they came out, you had the first one, you had Hotter Than Hell, Dress to Kill. If you want to count the Alive one, count it. Then you had Destroyer. Then it was Love Gun and Rock and Roll Over. And that year they put out 2 albums in 1 year. Love Gun, they put out 2 albums in 1 year. They put out Love Gun, It's Alive 2. 78 was Greatest Hits. 79 was Dynasty, and some people hate that one. That was the I don't know. That was a disco record. But those ones before that, oh God, it was great. That's what made them so special.
All right, so we got number 4 for me. LA Guns, Cocked and Loaded. Can't believe this. Nobody even commented on the list on this album. Man, it is such a great album. Come out August 22nd, 1989. Produced by Tom Werman, which he actually produced my number 1. I don't think that'll give it away, but he done a lot of good stuff too. He was kind of like Michael Wagner, Tom Werman, and who was the guy we mentioned a while ago?
B.U.
Oh.
Yeah, Buell Hill.
Yeah, Buell Hill.
I mean, they were like the kings of the 80s stuff. But, man, this thing's got their biggest song by far, The Ballad of Jane.
Oh, yeah. Damn good.
But Rip and Tear, 17 and Crash, Wheels of Fire, I Want to Be Your Man. I mean, this thing's loaded with hits.
Oh, yeah.
So there's my number 4, LA Guns, Cocked and Loaded.
And we'll come over to my number 4. Like he said, I used to listen to this just probably about as much. I had these two because I had several, but these were one of the few that I went to the most. And I remember just wearing this one out as well. I mean, it's start to finish. I mean, it's a solid album.
And the sound.
Yeah.
It's incredible. When you had it on a big stereo system, everything sounded good. The guitars, just everything.
Back then, I didn't have that. I had the old foam,
Oh, yeah.
headphones, but even that, it sounded great, and I used to wear the shit out of that tape. But
I think it's a kick-ass cover.
It is.
I do too.
Yeah,
that chick with the gun.
I'm not a big tattoo person, but I think I could handle that as a tattoo.
Yeah.
You rock it.
When I pull off the LA Guns tattoo.
You would rock it.
47 and finally get a tattoo, and what is it? LA Guns, Cocked and
Loaded.
Loaded.
Next one coming in. Thing's very special to me. I heard it. It blew my mind. Still fried. Motley Crue, Shout At The Devil.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there. Even the beginning, which is in the beginning, that freaked me out, and that shout comes in. Not a bad song on this. Of all of them, with Vince singing, this was their best work. This was just a masterpiece.
Oh, yeah.
I love their look. I like their outfits. They're ready to take on the world here, and by God, they did. Yeah. This one's still, without a doubt, the creme de la creme.
Yeah, they pretty much Too Fast for Love's awesome, but man,
this one right here, 10
took it to
Seconds to
another
Love.
level.
My God.
And I remember going. On Saturdays, my mom and I would always go to Stanton to hang out with my grandmother and my uncle. And I remember going to the library in Stanton, and they had that on vinyl that you can take it out. You had to go up and get the headphones. You go listen, put it on the record player. And I remember putting that on. I was like, ooh, I'm going to go check this out. And how scary and frightening in the beginning is when you're, you know, 12 or whatever. And that one was an eye opener at that age.
Yeah.
But I did hear something cool the other day. There was a guy that I think he was taking over the channel for Hair Nation or whatever it was on. And he was talking about that you hardly ever get to hear in the beginning when they play it on the radio. You always just hear Shout at the Devil, but you never get to hear in the beginning. And he actually wanted that to be played back to back, and they did it, and it was awesome just hearing it that way over the radio.
Definitely.
Yeah, because it's Alistair Fiend. I looked it up. I can't remember who actually did Alistair Fiend's voice, but yeah, that part, like you said, the whole dark and gloomy.
They had the look to back up the sound, and the sound to back up the look. Mm-hmm. And their music videos, what was it, 2 for that one? Looks to Kill and Too Young to Fall in Love. Yeah, it just,
And that was all they needed. And then when Ozzy took them out, they were well on their way then.
Yes.
There was no turning back.
And they're still alive.
Yeah. Amazing. I don't know. Vince is a walking heart attack
all of them
if you've seen him lately. But
they talked about that tour, and all of them went to Betty Ford right after it was over with.
All right, so here we go. Number 3. Megadeth. Peace sells, but who's buying? Released September 19th, 1986. Produced by none other than Dave Mustaine.
I forgot that guy.
Yeah, and I didn't know that till today. But when I did the research. But this man was on a mission. Do y'all know what his mission was?
Beat Metallica.
And
Kick their ass.
And he did, Greg. He did.
20 years later, the man's still putting out. I mean, he might have a clunker here and there, but not near as many as Metallica has.
Oh, no.
What, one maybe? No, what was that other one?
That Super Collider was awful.
What, Risk and Super Collider?
Yep.
And
2 out of, 50 that this former band made?
yeah. But, that's my number 3, Megadeth. Peace sells, but who's buying?
I bought it. All right, so my next pick, you probably can't see it very well because there's signatures on there. But anyway, Long Cold Winter, Cinderella, great album. I mean, going more into the bluesier side, and I think that if they could have pulled that off on the first album, that would have made the first album a little bit better. But nothing wrong with the first album by any means. But just I love the bluesy side of this album so much, and there are so many great songs on this. I mean, Gypsy Road, and when you hear Long Cold Winter live, when Tom does it live, oh my God. Yeah. I get chills. It is awesome.
It shows his guitar.
Yeah, he is he's still the man. Really we've seen him many times over the years, and
it takes him a song or two to get his voice warmed up. Well, boy, when it does.
This year did. The year before last, it didn't, or 2 years ago, whatever, 3 years ago, whatever it was. But even years ago when we saw him down in or up in Maryland, I mean, he was struggling then. He was having issues with his voice and ended up having multiple surgeries over the years. But he's got his shit together now. He is phenomenal.
His band's really good too.
He's got some great musicians playing with him. But anyway, number 3, Long Cold Winter.
And just so you know, this is a good album, Jerry Lambert.
Damn good.
I know you slammed this album, man, and I don't know why. But I mean, it might not be nice songs, but man, it's a damn good follow-up.
Right. Well, he needs to spend more time on the docks fishing. Where's my whale, biatch? Next, coming in, Megadeth, Peace Sells.
Hey, that sounds familiar.
Right there.
I bought it.
I bought it, and he went out to destroy his former band, and he did. This is just a masterpiece from start to finish. Not a bad song on here. This just shows you what an incredible songwriter, singer, guitar player that Dave Mustaine was and still is. And the people that he's had in his band since Gar and a lot of these other people, Paul and them, are gone. He's never, in my opinion, had a crappy musician play on any of his albums.
Especially that little area where Rust in Peace come out?
Yeah.
That lineup
was the style. I saw him in that lineup too. Golly. But this right here is the next pick, their second album, Rust, or for that Peace Sells right here. That's my next pick.
Yeah, we preach Rust in Peace so much around here it almost comes out.
Yep.
Anytime you talk about them.
And I saw them on that tour. I saw them on that tour when it came out when I was a kid, and when they did the 20th anniversary at the Scope, they played that whole album in its entirety, and it was a masterpiece.
Jay Taylor, man, we used to ride around his little T1000 or whatever it was. Man, he used to listen to that thing all the time.
He picked me up that day. He got out of school. I was waiting for him at the end of the. He was like, "I'm coming to get you," and here he comes. He flew down there on that damn dirty river rock road I lived on, picked me up. That came out that day, and Iron Maiden, No Prayer for the Dying. It was a special day for me because that hot little chick, April Rains, sold us those things. So,
what do you think about that, Chris?
Think about that, Chris. I'm still looking for the fat bitch. I love it.
Love you, Chris.
Well, yeah. Saw you today.
And we miss Musicland.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, because we ain't got shit now.
Well,
all right, we'll cut in here and we'll do list. Actually, maybe
this is gonna take a while.
You want to do the list?
I'll do this. I don't care.
This one's a little bit longer than our last list.
I'll try to go through this thoroughly, but somewhat quickly.
And actually,
there's a big list.
when I wrote them
Yeah,
down,
like
I kind of
that.
screwed up there at the beginning, so you might want to flop that Iron Maiden and Metallica because the rest of it down here is like the band.
But yeah, that's not a big deal. So anyway, we got Casey Firkin. He likes the Killers from Iron Maiden. Jared Bowman, he's the Ride the Lightning, which we'll might see some here shortly. Griever, which it doesn't surprise me, but it kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. Throwing Copper from Live. I wasn't expecting that one, but that was a good album. Jason Klein, Led Zeppelin 2. Stevie Good, Long Cold Winter. I think we heard of that one. Brian Weaver, Shout at the Devil for Crew. Dee Price, Peace Sells, But Who's Buying? Megadeth. John Helbron, Skid Row, Slave to the Grind. Plus West Dove mentioned this same Skid Row, Slave to the
I
Grind.
think they're going to make an appearance here.
They
real
might.
soon.
You might keep an eye open. You might hear something about them. Some guy named motherfucking Spike. Motherfucking Spike.
Yeah, that'd be what that is.
Def Leppard, High and Dry. I didn't think he even liked Def Leppard. I thought he thought they sucked.
You just check these guys out, Spike.
Check them out. I hear they're good.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Your cousin says they're awesome.
Mike May, Shotgun Messiah, Second Coming. I thought about that one in my group, but we had to limit to 5, so I didn't put that one in here. Carl Kruger, Tooth and Nail from Dokken. Great album, yeah. Danny Crowder, Black Sabbath, Paranoid.
Classic.
Classic.
Right up there with Led Zeppelin, too.
Yep. And Curtis Vibe, some band called Megadeth. Peace Sells, But Who's Buying?
Dave got two more.
Apparently, a lot of people were buying what was selling.
Did you notice that, Randy? Dave got 2 more mentions.
That's right.
He got 2 mentions. Metallica only got 1.
Yeah,
that is a shame. Sorry, Greg, but that is a shame. See, I'm crying for you? That is a shame. Bullshit.
The Metallica challenge is out there, Greg. All right, so we're going to my number 2, which we just mentioned it, said it would probably come up, and here it comes. Slave to the Grind. Man, their debut album, Skid Row, just self-titled, I thought was awesome until I heard this, Jim. Man, what a killer album. I mean, this thing debuted number 1 when it come out, and it
2 alternate versions with 2 different songs.
I think it did reach number 1.
and both songs are good. Get the Fuck Out In and Beggar's Day. I mean, both them tracks are good. It come out June 11th, 1991, and produced by the almighty Michael Wagner.
I think I've heard of that guy before.
Yeah, he's if you ever want to know about Michael Wagner, just punch his name in, just Google his name and see how many great albums that man's produced. I mean, he's done a couple really good albums.
It's good artwork too.
Yeah, and that's in case y'all didn't know, Sebastian Bach's dad done that. And String just brought to my attention today that was it Kennedy?
John F. Kennedy is in here. I think this is him right here. If you open it up, I think that's who. It's hard to see on there, but anyway, yeah, you can't see it. But anyway,
You'll have to get
I think
your
that's who
copy,
it is.
because I'm sure everybody owns it.
I hope everybody owns
If
this.
you
'Cause if
don't,
you better
you're
go
really
fucking buy
missing
it.
out because this sucker is awesome.
Yeah, so that was my pick as well, and I think we just discussed this, so I don't really need to go any further into it. But yeah. So anyway, that was my pick also. So no point in going and talking about it twice.
Coming in. That was good. You got me. Coming in at 2. Metallica, Ride the Lightning.
Man, that's hard.
All right,
ain't it?
Greg. I'm doing that for you. I'm going to be nice. This, without a doubt, is one of the most powerful, most awesomest heavy metal albums ever made. Anyone doesn't think so, well, you're retarded. This right here is just...
And nobody paid Randy to say this. either.
I'm not getting a dime for this.
Straight.
I'm not some, whatever race that, little Lars is to get paid, and talk with my hands, when we cutting like this. This right here. This is, I can't explain it enough. Fade to Black, Whom the Bell Tolls, Lightning, Fight Fire with Fire, Trapped Under Ice,
All
Escape,
8
Creeping
tracks.
Death. It was Creeping Death is my all-time favorite song by the band. It called Klaatu and Escape. This is just the artwork phenomenal and the sound phenomenal. This was, they were at their all best right here. The best was yet to come, but right here was the second seed planted in the ground, ready to come out and take over the world. This right here is a thrash, hard rock, metal, whatever you call it, masterpiece. It's too bad you can't do it anymore.
Losing Dave didn't even phase
Losing Dave didn't even phase the band.
And it was probably good, though.
It was good for
us.
Because if it wasn't for them splitting, there would be no Megadeth. I'm sure it would suck worse for him financially.
Yeah.
But he went on to form a better band. But this right here is an excellent, excellent, kick-ass album, in your face. Not a bad song to me. I'm still playing it to this day. Metallica. Riding the
And I'm
Lightning.
gonna jump in front of you because that's my number one pick. And this is honestly the first Metallica that I was exposed to. So this is one of my favorite albums from them, period. And it's just, I can't really go over more than what he's already said, but I mean, solid album.
They was in their prime. I mean, Randy, there's really no more you need to say. Randy pretty much said it all.
Yeah, there's no sucky
great.
tracks on that at all.
No.
All right, so my number one, and you know it's going to happen. It happens
I didn't see
almost every episode.
No.
Maybe not the new albums because they didn't release them. But we're always hoping for next year. We got the Netflix movie coming out. I'm pretty psyched about it. We get four new tracks. I'm not very happy about Vince ruining it all, but we're getting 4 new Motley tracks and we're getting a Motley movie. But Shout at the Devil. Randy pretty much nailed it all. Don't have to say no more. Was released September 26, 1983. Produced by that guy I mentioned earlier, Tom Werman. And the Filthy 15, I kind of touched on it, but I didn't really say much because I forgot to bring the disc. But the song Bastard, I think I even said on there it was about an old manager they had that they wanted to kill. And if you really want to go back and listen to that song because it's just straight up, you can understand why it made the Filthy 15. But I mean, like Randy said, they had the look, the image, they were ready to take on the world. Nicky gets a lot of slack for his bass playing, but man, you gotta remember the guy wrote some awesome songs too. I mean, and Vince at one time, he had the looks to kill. I don't know what he's got now, but
He's got the belly to
He's
kill.
got the boobs to kill.
And high blood pressure to kill.
Yeah.
And Mick, underrated guitar player, very underrated. And Tommy, I mean, probably one of the best drummer showmen ever of all time. As far as showman.
Zoltan's putting the hurting on him.
Well, this is true. He's Zoltan.
Zoltan's the fucking man.
But Vince, how's Vince get 2 great drummers like that? He went from Tommy to Zoltan.
Too, yeah.
Because Zoltan's just a modern day version of Tommy. Mm-hmm. But, Motley Crue, Shout the Devil, number 1. Probably always, man, this is another album that I'll preach probably till the day I die. It might even be in my coffin. Who knows?
Well, you're going to have something Motley Crue in your coffin. That's for sure. Now, whether you could just have the shirt, and that kind of technically would be...
Yeah, it'd be the same thing.
Anyway, I got kind of a runner-up. I did a last-minute switch-up, game-time decision. Switched up. This one was originally in my list as a sophomore album, because a lot of people don't know about the first 4 albums. So this is technically their 6th album. But to those don't know about those first 4, this might be their sophomore album. Solid, album. Cowboys from Hell is definitely a kick-ass album, but this one put them to the next level. It took them and showed everybody that, hey, this is what we were, this is what we got now. Just imagine what's next. And obviously it got better. And But this album here, for me, I love this album. I mean, there's kind of like the Ride of Lightning. There's not a bad song on here. It's fucking in your face,
that album.
start to finish.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Dime and Vinny.
Yep.
Lost two great brothers.
Yep.
Two really, man. It's just
Top of the world, Ma. Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman. This is his second album after leaving Fire and left. No one knows but them. Black Sabbath. This is just the definitive Ozzy album of that era with Randy Rhoads. I mean, Over the Mountain, Flying High, and You Can't Go Rock and Roll, Believe Little Dolls Tonight, STO, and Diary of a Madman. This is just the creme de la creme of that particular part of his career when he first started. It's a masterpiece, and I wore that fucker out when I got it back in the day from Columbia House, and these things came in. I bought the regular one. This is the special edition. Opens up like that. Pretty cool, huh? And so that's mine right there. That second album is just incredible. Diary of a Madman. Madman.
actually, I think that was Billy's had told me. I think that's his favorite Ozzy album
I think so, yeah.
because he always flew the flag pretty hard for that album. A lot of people do. A lot of the more metalheads talk about that album, I guess because Blizzard of Oz
And
is so overplayed.
the artwork for that too, if you look, it must have made some sort of impression. If you look at a cult classic, Trick or Treat, there's a poster.
Yeah.
I had that. Thank you, RNS Records. I wish I still had it. It was a dark light poster. You had a purple light above it. You turned the lights off. That thing glowed, and Ozzy had the blood on his pants and the blood in his mouth, and that was pretty creepy. It's a long lost art, people. I wish it was still with us, but that was.
All that stuff is
That's,
posters.
Sad part is, I bet you
Probably
it's
shit pile of 'em still
it's
down
still in there, but over
they're-
the last 20 years, been a lot of rain. There's been a lot of snow, and you don't know how that roof's held up.
there. It's probably.
And I don't think anybody's getting there now because last I heard, the furniture store shut down now.
Oh.
So it's everything on that block that they own is nothing more now than just
Junk.
It's like going on the street at Sanford and Son Boulevard. It's nothing but junk. I mean, I wait for Lamont to come out.
Got the tractor place on the end. That's
The
the,
tractor
nicest
place,
thing on
so-
there.
That's number one.
That's the nicest thing on that street.
Ozzy, Diary of a Madman's number one. Hope you like that, Jerry.
bread store
Bring that
now,
fish
too.
over. Really need that bass, But that's it. Diary of a Madman.
Yeah, and it's like Randy said. If we'd have got down nitty gritty, we could have. There was like stuff I looked
There's
at.
tons of other stuff. out
Extremes
there.
porn. We
Yeah.
even talking Jerry. Well, I think he's anti-extreme, but me and Randy were talking about porn graffiti.
Damn
How
good.
awesome that album
It's
is.
a great one.
Nuno Betancourt is. He's the Eddie Van Halen of the late '80s.
Get the funk out, that bass when
Oh,
it kicks
God.
in.
I used to wear that fucking tape.
Where they
CD.
got crap for was that ballad.
Yeah, more than words.
That's
what they're
people
known
were.
for.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Q101 played it.
Wholehearted.
Wholehearted.
I got to help it out too. But man, it was like go back and listen. No Women Allowed.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, Get the Funk Out, Decadence Dance. Even
Decadence
the first
Dance,
album.
yeah.
I mean, Extreme caught a lot of
Kid
shit
Eco.
because
Oh God,
Yeah.
I love Kid Ego.
I love that. Mother, which is like an anthem.
Oh yeah.
Do You Want to Play?
Headbangers Ball played that, and the Hard 30 played that a lot too.
I'm gonna do the usual speech. Subscribe and like. Tell everybody about it. If you want to be a guest, we push it hard. I mean, we got the metal cave down here. Randy's got a new metal cave.
Brand
It's
new,
pretty
big,
awesome.
lots of space.
String provided table and a couple chairs, and I think I'm gonna invest in a table and a couple chairs.
Make
This
shit happen.
Make shit happen. It's a lot of space.
It seems to work out pretty good with the table. I kind of like it. But all right, enough of my speech, me rambling.
So yeah, ideas. Throw them down there in the comments. We'll try to do what we can.
Yeah,
And by all means,
I
if
mean-
you want to be a guest,
yeah.
let us know.
I mean,
Let Hop know.
and it
Somebody
don't just
knows.
stop
Leave
at
comments.
females. Like Jerry said, if any of the females want to come on, Connie, Dee Dee, Misty, if any of y'all want to come down and give y'all's opinion, have at it. We'll hook you up with something. We'll talk about something.
Or anybody in these bands we talk about. Feel free to come on down to Timberville.
Yeah, come on, Lars.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick,
Got
you
a
want
trash
some
can
more
right
of
out
that?
here for you. It's plastic, but it might not work.
Yeah, it'll be close.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, who we got a better chance getting here, Lars or Greg?
Lars.
All right, there's another challenge, Greg.
There you go, Greg
We know
Martin.
you're watching it.
Calling me out again. Another video, another call out. It's all on you, buddy.
And we know you can do video stuff. I seen you do the promo thing for
We've seen wrestling.
Yeah, you hit me with a
videos
chair.
back in the day.
You threw me off the couch.
Yeah.
we know you.
And he's a
get on
good
video.
talker.
Yeah,
He's
he
an
is.
excellent talker.
I was impressed.
Yeah. You
So
called
there
me
you
every
go.
name in the book, so come on. Come do it again. It'll be like the old times. You can punch me if you want. I won't hit back.
Much.
Hard.
All right, so we're gonna roll on out here. Till next time. See y'all. Rock.